Wake up, wake up. Wake up. How are you? Are you struggling with your jet lags? That's fine. I know you came from the other side of the globe, but just sit back and relax. Tell your neighbor that, can I be your pillow for a moment? Take a quick nap, okay? But not now, later. When you go to your room in your hotel. Good morning, everyone. This is not a training. For me, this is a reminder. Woo! Ararirara, ooh-ha, ooh-ha. Bossa, bossa, boom. Good morning ulit. Are you having fun? Yes. Well, this is the result of an 11 years of hard work, and this is not a walk in the park. Our success, as you look around, pag tinignan nyo to, it's all made of powerful foundation and of course pillars. And the success that we are having now are because of you guys, the pillars of AIM Global. Welcome to our home. Welcome to our home. I remember our first AIMCADEMY was held in Crossroads, wherein 1,000 attendees. Second, in Ares. We use that place most of the time. Third, I think in Cuneta, and today we're in MOA. So this is the backbone of our business. We call it AIMCADEMY, we call it training. And this is not a training, this is more on a reminder, especially the top earners that are here. And also our experience over the last 23 years, especially my experience, more than 2 decades, more than 20 years. So you know how old I am now. But I only look 30, that's what they say, because of the product. I am 60, but I look 30. It's nice, right? Well, first off, I'd like to welcome African family. Welcome. Woo! You're only few. When you came here 4 years, 5 years ago, 3, 4, and now look at you, you're growing. And soon enough, we'll be filling up this place for the accountant AIMCADEMY training. Okay, relax, take a deep breath. I prepared about 420 topics. Let's begin. Okay? Play. Oh, that's me. And that's me again. Okay. Before I forget, I'd like to greet all the mothers that are here today. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Everybody say confident networking. You're going to ask me if I'm going to hire someone with a guy with strategy and confident. I'm going to hire someone who has confidence. These people are risk takers. These are people who will share the product and the opportunity confidently. And rich networkers, based on my experience, are confident with what they do. In fact, even they were asleep, they draw the marketing plan even as during the sleep. One distributor said they are also dreaming of one left, one right pairing during your sleep. Okay, lesson number 1. Tips to help you maintain incorruptible integrity. I had a trip during my birthday last January. I went to California and celebrated my birthday with my mom. And I happened to have a big business in LA. And I met a few leaders the day before the training. And one guy said the reason that he joined the company because he saw the brochure and he saw my name and face. But I met that guy 20 years ago. And his upline said, he said that I don't need to see the products and I don't need to see the marketing plan because I saw the face of Francis Miguel, this must be good. So ladies and gentlemen, what you do now, on every day, daily, especially daily discipline, will determine your future. So please take care of your integrity. That's the only capital that we have. Kung marami kang pera, you can invest on franchising or maybe existing business or buy shares of big companies. But we are not workers. All we have is dream. All we have is name. So make sure it's not corruptible. Everybody say incorruptible integrity. You know why? One day, because your kids will grow up, and one day, if they met, for example, who's your dad? Someone will ask, and the guy will say, and my kids will say, Francis Miguel. Oh, is he your dad? Can I help you, Iho or Iha? So in short, kung anong ginagawa mo ngayon, may mamana mo yan sa next generation mo. Especially at AIM Global. Pero pag name mo hindi maganda, sorry, pero sabihin sa'yo, at tatay mo ba si Francis Miguel? Gago yun eh. See? So take care of your names, okay? Are you with me? Yes. Next. Ala. Forward. Backward. Okay. Forward. Create your own code of networking ethics. So if you're going to build a team, especially a name with your group, make sure pang international, ha? Meron isang group, they call themselves the Alliance of the Elites. And when the acronym says, parang sabi ko, palitan. And they all went with t-shirts already and mugs. Sabi ko, palitan mo hindi pang worldwide. Okay, so your name should be at least worldwide, world class. Okay? Okay ba yun? Natawa ako dun eh. The Alliance of the Elite. In short, AE. Okay, next. You can write down your mission, your vision. You write down your goals when you create a group. Kayo mag-meeting para ang reason yan is when you brainstorm about names, everyone is involved. That's belongingness. It's one way of keeping your group. So that one day I'm part of that family. Okay? Next. Write a testimonial for yourself. Everybody say testimonial. Okay? Soon enough, it will be a world-class testimonial. I heard a testimonial of Elias. Where's Elias? Congratulations, Elias. You're doing well. I saw your income lately. It exploded, leaps and bounds. So, I promise you only this much, so you turn back the excess, right? All of it, huh? There's so much already. I only promise you 100,000, now you're making $1 million, so you give me 900 plus. Way back. Okay? So, his testimonial, once I heard that in Dubai, now, it's a world-class testimonial. Kayo din. Sa una, one-on-one nyo, pang barangay, eventually pang city, eventually pang Greater Manila area, and eventually the whole world. Okay? And you write it down. I would suggest you write it down. Allow yourself some areas of moral flexibility. Snapshot, para mabilis. Marami pa tayong topic. Next. Check frequently that you're behaving authentically. By the way, if you smoke or drink, please don't smoke in front of your customer. You know what? I'm in a small kind of healthy business. You might want to try. That's nice. You know, I'm healthy. Okay. Next. Napicturean niyo na? Para mabilis na. Check your motivation before giving a contact. You know, your eyes is the mirror of your soul. So if you're unhappy, it's obvious. If you're happy, it's also obvious. You cannot mix negative and positive. Especially your body will react. For example, now when you go home and you're hungry because we're gonna stay until 1 a.m. tonight. And when you reach home, you open the kitchen and there's no more food. Initially, your reaction is, what? It's impossible that your reaction is, oh yes, there's no more food. Oh, again, tomorrow I should be like this. So, you know, it's not gonna happen. So, and please, when you write down the marketing plan, when you leave the house, make sure all the negatives, all the challenges that you're going through, when you close the door, when you slam the door in your house, leave it there. Sometimes it becomes obvious and it comes to your unconscious mind. Sometimes you go to the market, now only join me so I can pay the electricity bill. You see? Sometimes it's in your mouth. Okay, next. Own up your own mistakes. Everybody say ownership. Okay, we want to build leaders. And leaders are born from this kind of big environment like this. So congratulations. It's now your chance to grow a large organization in the future. Like the biggest or summarize the top 20, they all are product of training like this. They all attended. They all made their sacrifice. I know it's very uncomfortable to sit down more than 3 hours, 4 hours, right? But you see, we are taking care of our future. You have to devote time. You have to pay the price. Kailangan pag-aralan natin mabuti. AIM Global na lang ang gumagawa ng ganito. Ulitin ko AIM Global na lang ang gumagawa ng ganito. Yes! Other companies, they don't care. They don't have like AIMCADEMY like this. They don't invest on, the foundation of growing a network. Akala nila pag nagbayad ka na, that's it. Bahala ka na sa buhay mo. Dito hindi. Even we're already breaking billions of sales, we still do the basics. Why? Because we apply the law of reciprocity. We were once a first-timer like you guys. Someone up there, our upline taught us how to become successful. That's why we are applying the law of reciprocity. We are the direct recipients of the outrageous kindness, care, and so much love. That's why we're big. Kaya palakpakan yung bawat isa. You're in the right company. You're at home with AIM Global. That's our logo for this 11th year. Own up to your mistakes. It's what we call ownership. During my career as a networker, all the concerns, issues, especially on the first 90 days, there's a lot of issues and concerns from the newcomers, right? Extend your patience. Because, can you imagine, when you were first-timer, you also make so much, concern, issues, applying a white like this, applying why there are no brochures, applying why you don't smile, applying why there is something dripping in your ear. They're all confused a lot, right? When there are issues in my network, I make sure that there's a solution. I don't focus on the problem, and I don't spread the issues to my upline. I make sure I handle it myself. That's why long before we put our company, we already have this ownership mentality. We run the business as if we are the owners. And today we're the real owner. That's why we're very big. We applied it long before this company was put up. My attitude is that this is my business. I have to be professional with it. I have to treat it like a corporate company. But I'm the president. I'm also the treasurer. I'm also the host. It's like a call center. Sometimes they call me even in the one morning. So sometimes you'll be a treasurer. You're the vice president. You're also a call center. You are also the gate opener and the closing of the office. So you're now a security guard also. But today, like one of our top lines, top distributors, they shift. They're all now withdrawal custodian. They withdraw their money every week. So from a networker to a withdrawal custodian. Isn't that nice? Do you want to withdraw money every day? So you start today for the next 3 years. Do it seriously. Okay, next. Be aware of when you are stepping in and out of selling mode. So as I said, check your motivation. Check if you're up now, or if you have worries and concern, maybe don't open your mouth yet, because it will show. Okay, let's do it fast. I only have time frame. Tips for presenting yourself with impact. Everybody say impact. Impact. I know most of you do the online now. I know sometimes you wear pajamas, but we are formal, upstairs.
Upstairs.
But since we're a world-class business, sometimes the one you're speaking to in your online is baliktad yung oras. It's 10 p.m. here and it's only 9 a.m. in the other country. You're supposed to be sleeping. But, you know, this business is nice, no? You can do it at home. Very comfortable level. But make sure your background is nice. Don't put your pizza, chicken, and bucket. Oh, no, you have a market. No? So make sure it has impact. Do it professionally. Okay? Okay, first tip. Make a personal impact checklist. Your strength. Your dimples. Bring it out. That's an impact. If you don't have one, what you do is start, doing like this. Get a pen and, write what you say. And tomorrow you have a dimple. Yeah, it's free. Right? At first, I'm not, when I saw the business, I said to myself, I think I can do it, but I'm not a public speaker. So most of the time, if there are seminars being held, I always sit in the front. I make it a habit that I sit in the front because I only have, few concentration. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I'm done. So what I do is I discipline myself to sit in front. If let's say I came late, I sit at the back. What I do is I'm going to put my chair and still, I'm persistent. Sit in front. Dress up, not down. Huh? If you're a businessman, don't wear a t-shirt when you have a presentation. It's so fine that you have like a shirt like that, but make sure it's covered with magandang coat. Do you agree with me with this?
Yes.
Because we are a marketing business. We're in a marketing business. So you market yourself. If you don't look good, mahaba yung kuko, may tumutulo sa tenga. And the toothpaste is good. So sasabihin ng kausap mo, tawag ko. Next. Tumatalon na tayo. Ask others if your actions speak as loud as your words. Now, when I started my career in 96, I went full-time in 96. I had these few leaders that they always we check each other. We care for each other. And I ask them to criticize me every time I speak. And they write down how many okays I said. The first time I had like 111 okays. This is the company, okay? And this is Francis Miguel, okay? And I am here to produce a good marketing, okay? Presentation, okay? They write it down and then at the end, I have to pay the dinner because I said it shouldn't be less than 100. It should be less than 100, but I gave 111, so, this is very important. So now I only have 1 okay. 2, 5, 3 worst. Okay? Now, next. Ask others if your actions speak as loud as your words. Take snapshot. Check your posture. Don't try to invite online like this. You have a good business, you like it. And don't frown, you smile because you get if people smile back, then you're he or she prospect, right? You don't want to invite someone who's always not smiling. This became a habit for me when I understood the left and right, the bilog-bilog, the circle and circle. I began to smile because everyone was a prospect. And even the bus, I also talk to strangers because the speaker said, recruit as you go. So most of the time, I say hi, and normally they react like, they put up the bag far away from people. That's a normal reaction, okay? So you have to pose like this. So that she or won't get hysterical action. So just smile. Bring out your dimple. Where are you from? Smile. Aside from your salary, what other sources are you doing now? Start a conversation. Make the first move. Check your posture. Composure. Okay, snapshot. Para mabilis. Approachability. That's what I said. We are in a business of people's business or person to person or belly to belly. So you should be approachability. Have you seen an upline that is not approachable? So what do? So when you see him in the seminar room, my upline is there, I'm not going inside. So, bawal masungit. Kaya yung mga may dimple, mayaman kayo, ha? Sorry sa mga wala, ha? If you don't have dimples, sorry. Okay, sorry. If you ask me upline what's going on, I'm already in 5 years. How come I'm not still successful? No dimples. Check it, check it, check it. Okay. Make your name memorable. In Africa, they call me, especially in Nigeria, they call me FM, Finance Minister. I love that. Finance Minister. And they even named me Olowabi. Olowabi. Remember? In Nigeria? Owolabi. Yeah, the guy who is taking care of the wealth, right? Oh, that's me. Be good to me, huh? Huh? Be good to me. Okay? Make yourself memorable. I mean, your name. So that people won't forget you. The best is get their initials like FM, PC, Eduardo Cabanto, JA, because that's what we do. I mean, rich people. That's right. Because sometimes their names are so long, sometimes they are all the same, so it's better initials. Next. Prepare a positive personal pics. Okay, snapshot. Practice makes perfect. 23 years ago, when the speaker said, okay, practice in your room, pretend there are people, so arrange all the pillows as if they are people, right? And I hold the mic as if I'm holding the mic. And the following day, my nanny took off. I mean, I don't know where she is now, but maybe my neighbor said, Francis began, crazy, talking to himself alone in the room. Akala napabaliw na ako kasi nagsalita ako sa loob. Mag-isa. I practice like, power, grabe, gusto mo yumaman. Inside the room. So yung katulong sabi, ako si kuya. Dinamaan na. Okay, so make sure you practice. Next, summon up energy to convey passion. Can you feel the passion? Can you feel the passion of Doc Eds? That's why we're big. Ramdam mo yan eh. Pati yung abs mo na-fold. Paspasan natin, marami pa. That's my point. Now, kayo mga nandito, one day you become successful. Your point is, always share what you learned today. Lalo na sa mga first timers. Bibigyan nyo ng time. Sa mga luma, wala na akong, I don't care, right? Luma na kayo. What I care is mga first timers. Because that's why I'm here in this industry, because someone took care of me when I was a first timer. And he was my dad. He was my sponsor. There's no bonding moments anymore because we know each other since birth, right? So, no need to bond. Not like you, if you're a stranger, you need to have like bonding moments, getting to know each other, and then some, cheers and beers. But for me, I cannot complain because he's my father. I cannot quit because, again, he is my father. And even if I get demotivated, when I get home, I have to stay positive because, again, my father is there. When I wake up late, and he said, okay, akala ko ba payaman, while you're still sleeping, it's 10 a.m. already. So, I cannot make any choices. I have to follow my upline. He's my dad. Okay? And we're both rich now. Thank God, because of network marketing. I make money, he makes money. I became wealthy, he makes more. And so you can attract families. Because in AIM Global, our marketing plan is designed to last. We even put it in a policy that there is a royalty. You can pass it on. I mean, that account, your DTC, pwede mo ipamana yan. Pwede mo ipamana yan. Kaya gawin mo siya ng maayos. Okay? Kasi pag namatay ka, hindi mo mamamatay, sabay-sabay kayo, kasama yung downline mo eh. Balas mo, no? Diba, pwede ba mangyari? No, right? Next.
Basta may dimple.
And I'm the first person to enjoy royalty income during my first networking company. Ayoko nang banggitin, pero forever living. Dami ko natutunan doon, especially Roy Lagoles. I owe my success to him. Tinuruan niya ako paano maging ganito. Tinuruan niya ako when it comes to money. Sana pati pang patangkad, no? Tinulungan na rin ako. Lahat ginawa eh. Kaya ako naging ganito. And those people that taught me had a big heart. So, namana ko rin yan. So, kinopya namin yung royalty na marami na rin nag-enjoy dito sa AIM over the last 11 years. I have seen it. The royalty income, it's happening. It's happening. Gusto nyo ba yun? Yung kahit di kayo gumagalaw, nagwawalis kayo ng pera. Carry cards that are personal and provoking. When you try to sell to someone, carry a calling card. Make sure na nasusulatan sa likod. And start writing a note or thank you note. You can maybe write it in front of him or her, your customer, and say, thank you for purchasing products from me. You added the level of encouragement to go on with my business. Again, thank you. And write my name, Francis Miguel. This is my number, 0917-532-1817. Para pag umorder siya, sa akin na yung susunod. So you write down, this is what we call emotional investment. You got that one? You put in your calling card, a thank you note. A small thank you note. Thank you. Sometimes I even misspelled the encouragement. But they will think that, this guy is, I pity him because that spelling is so wrong and, he's so hardworking and yet he's so sincere. So, you put like, thank you. Nakopya niyo ba? Thank you for purchasing products from me. Behind your calling card, and in back. You added the level of encouragement to go on with my business. Again, thank you. That's a provoking note. Next. You still with me? Ang sarap matulog, ang lamig eh. Check ko lang kayo. Okay, now, this is the more exciting part, ha? Eto na. I met some leaders few months ago, they're, I'm asking them how did you do it, paano mo ginawa, paano mo kinita yung ganyan, and most of them answered me, 80 to 90% ng income nila were coming from e-commerce or Facebook marketing or online.
Basic lang.
Exciting, right? We can cross the bridge, all over the world because we have tremendous products that create tremendous results. Palakpakan natin. Especially the 247. Wow! Can you imagine kung ibang company nakakuha ng 247? Ang hirap kalabanin ito sa dalawang kamote, malunggay. Your product is a world-class product. If you send it to wherever, you get positive response. Do you agree? Yes. So that's another way of gaining a momentum in your business. I'm going to send products to you, you try it, if it's not good, we're not going to discuss about the business. Meaning you're sincere. Right? Isa lang sumagot. Yan na naman ang sinasabi ko eh. Okay, next. Paspasan natin. Taking these factors very, very seriously. Snapshot. Write emails that will be opened and read. Gawa ka ng topic. Like, if you try C247, your life will never be the same again. Ganon. Yun ang subject niya. Or lagay ko doon, how can you get rid of worms inside of you? Ayan, yun ang mga subject. Okay? Ito yung mga nabubuksang email. Perch your content profile on ready-made web habitat. Available lang ito sa Google. Everything is available in Google. Try to type how to kill a boyfriend is also there. Right. 78 ways. Huh? Get into action that has invisibility. Stop that. Para mabilis. Know your etiquette. Ethics in e-commerce. Blog with impact. Now this is very important. I saw videos and pictures from distributors and wow, sasali talaga ako eh. But don't try to put like you're wearing a bikini and you want to try my business. No? Meron doon naka-brief pa eh. Buti sana kung shorts. Hindi eh. Talagang alam mo yun, alam mo yun. Ang daming buhok pa naman. So, it's not big impact, right? Make your chat enticing. Everybody say enticing. Gawa ka ng video, make a video, get a stockings. Alam niyo, you know what stockings? Leg stockings. Alam niyo yan?
Yes.
And then try to get hamburger, french fries, chili sauce, donuts, chocolates, all the stuff. Put in the stockings in live video. And then try to push it downward. The stockings represent the digestive tract and the food that we eat. That's why sometimes you get constipated, you get many toxins, fatty food, and sometimes most of the available food are unhealthy. So how can you become healthy? Get C247, put in the water, stir it, and then again pour it in the intestine. It will come out naturally without even making a force, right? And then you put it in your blood. How to get rid of constipation? Huh? Or anything that is enticing. Okay? Create a cool looking website. Oh, you know this one. You know, AIM Global distributors love selfies. Everywhere, even when they woke up, selfie. Before they eat, selfie. Before taking a shower, selfie. Doing the sabon, selfie. You know, we have sabon, so, you know, selfie. That's cool, but, you know, huwag mo namin gawin nakahubad ka. Guidelines on creating a confident-looking website. Number 1, keep it clean, keep the navigation simple, avoid cheesy photos. Katulad nakita ko kanina, naka-brief. Your logo should work at all sizes. Don't use free web hosting. Well, on design, make the site search engine friendly. Teka, balik natin. Okay, snapshot. Para mabilis. Okay. Nugget, no? Nugget nyo? Okay na? Huwag na kayo magsulat. Old school na yun. Guidelines on creating confident looking style. Use your name on every page. Look like an expert. Write concisely for screen reading. Only have a section if you will have to. Basahin nyo, lalaki nyo na. Lalaki na kayo. Don't hide your contact details. When you make a calling card, make it simple. By the way, business card. Just name, bigger email address, and of course, bigger cell phone number. Don't try to put the marketing plan there, all the products, until the royalty income, until the customer say, what's this written in your card? What is royalty? I saw a calling card like that. All the products are already behind, and then the marketing plan, and the paying bonus, and the hot dogs, the name cannot be read anymore. So, you know, it's chapsuy, Tagalog, mix. Stay focused approximately 80% of your time. For the part-timers here, congratulations, because you're now doing 2 economies at a time. You're taking care of your economy. And good news, most networkers who are successful started part-time. But I would suggest, since this is your business, make an effort every day, 80% of your time. Naniniwala ba kayo? Kahit part-time, pwedeng yumaman? Kahit part-time, pwedeng yumaman? Why? Because I started part-time. 8 months part-time, 8 months later, I fired my boss. Try it. Feels good. Boss, come here. What? You're fired. Try that. Try it. And then you run. Okay? Most distributors who are wealthy now are full-time. Why? Because hindi ako makakita ng tao na hindi successful na part-time. If, for example, you're a surgeon and you do surgery part-time. Pwede ba yun? Doc, where are you? You know, this is my off. You know, as a doctor, I'm doing it part-time. You know, so this is my day off. So let the assistant, you know, hindi pwede, right?
I am world.
Have you seen the mayor doing politics part-time. Mayor, where are you? Hey, it's my day off. I do it part-time, as a mayor. Especially if you're a senator. Senator, where are you? I'm doing in global part-time. So ladies and gentlemen, most of us here, based on my experience over the last 23 years, kung gusto nyo mabago ang buhay nyo, dedicate 80% of your time with your own business. Because over how many years already, you're busy taking care of other people's business, and at the end of the day, you're planting good seeds on somebody else's farm. Kahit mag-harvest ka, sorry, but it's not your backyard. It's somebody else's farm. You put everything, time, talent, effort, IQ, no IQ. But harvest time ka, sorry, pero ang bibigay sa'yo only a plaque eh. Lack of appreciation. Kahit yung adobo mo hindi masarap. Right? So it's a wake-up call, guys. Kung kayo may family na, it's so unfair out there, no? Meaning, when you work for somebody else, they give you just enough for you to survive. They just keep you going. It's so unfair because minsan pareho sweldo nyo, doon sa isang tao, 3 ang anak, ikaw isa lang. Pero pareho sweldo. Right? So, it's also a wake-up call para sa inyo na I also started part-time. 10,000 naman, makakatulong na. 20,000 naman, I can pay the bills. 30,000 naman part-time, you can, start paying credit card bills on time. Pwede. Pwede na yun. Pero kung gusto mo ng 6-figure income, 7-figure income, I would suggest you go full-time. Kaya wag mo na kayo mag-resign, ha? Monday na kasi alanganin na ngayon. Okay, next. Wala na yung boss nyo, uwi na. When and how to pick up the phone instead. Meron ba kayo instance sa buhay nyo na when you're downline, you allow him to invite, sometimes people don't show up?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Kailangan nyo i-coach minsan word per word. Yung apply nyo, lalo na ay downline nyo, lalo na kung bago pa. If your downline is new, sometimes I pick up his own cell phone and I would like to demonstrate how to invite. Skills na yan. In front of her or in front of my downline. Ako mismo magtatawag para makita niya. Okay ba yun? Okay, snapshot ulit. Forward. Enrich your e-connections with appealing snail mail. Na-snapshot ulit. Sige, para mabilis. I gathered this information based on my experience sa mga distributors. Tips to help proactive build and maintain your relationships. Okay, tapos na tayo sa first chapter, so 8 chapters to go. Get to know them before you meet them. Most of my leaders, during my networking career, I always have an advance info with my prospects. George knew about that, John knew that, and of course, Arnel Lindy. Applying. I have a downline who is an engineer. Applying. I have a downline who is a prospect who is a banker. Applying. So I know now how to approach, right? So mas konti na lang yung time. Sa mga first-timer, you start sharing using the microphone in front of many audiences so that you can conquer the fear. Alam mo, when my first time mag-talk sa maraming tao, when Congressman Goles called me, but I didn't knew that he's going to call me, so I was sitting at the back, and he said, okay, we're fortunate today because we have a speaker. He's an engineer. And I said to myself, wow, another engineer. And he's working in a PLDT, and I said, wow. There's 2 PLDT employee now. He's very young. I said, oh, that's me. So when I came out to the stage and tried to introduce myself, I will forget my name. I mumble. I cannot forget because, I never said anything. Words just don't come in my mouth. I was standing holding the mic and, I'm shaking. I'm perspiring. I don't know why. I just want to get down and, and I said to him, you know what, Congressman, you'd rather push me in the building rather than talk in front of me. Lahat tayo, fear of public speaking, right? Well, for me, just do it. Everybody say, just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Who cares?
Who cares?
Yeah, the zero experience. Who cares? Get to know them before you meet them. Next, snapshot. Make the first move. Your prospect will not knock in your door and say, okay, I'm going to join you. I have 12,980 in my pocket. What's the marketing plan and the business and the name of the company? There's no such thing, right? So make the first move. Don't dive in. Walk into the relationship Now we have the 4 R's. Remember, 2 years ago I said there are 4 R's in our business. Rewards. These are the cars that you drive, the house that you'll be having, the big check. These are the rewards. Second is recognition. Everybody say recognition. And we don't give up on these things because recognition is very important, especially to those people who never had recognition in their entire life. Kaya tap him on the shoulder or maybe say them, good job. That's already a recognition. You encode in one account, you get direct referral, good job. Of course, if you're big, it's not already a good thing to hear about the first referral, right? But, you know, for the first people, for the first timers, it's really a great job. Do you agree? Step by step. Don't be like an investigator where how many pigs you have, how many kids you have. Do you have chicken? How many people that you killed already? No, don't be an investigator, you know. Maybe you can invite them to a barbecue in your home, or maybe you can invite the couple and their kids, so you will have a bonding. Well, if you don't know how to barbecue, you will never get to the top. And choose the meat that is so hard so that you have so many times, so many hours for bonding, you know, 3 hours already, never been cooked. So it's not many topics. So if you don't know how to barbecue, you will never succeed. Commit to maintenance time. Is it important?
Yes.
Yes. If car needs a periodic maintenance, so are we. Can you imagine if you buy your car now and then 10 years after, still no change oil, no water refilling, no radiator coolant fluids inside. Just, you know, drive and drive and drive. What will happen? 10 years after, good news. You are the one who's going to carry your car home. Huh? It will be more expensive because of you need to overhaul the engine, you have to bring it down, or maybe you just buy a brand new one, right? So for me, this is my maintenance time. AIMCADEMY is a maintenance time. Sometimes you have to stop and sharpen the saw. You cannot use the saw forever and cut trees and, you know, dreaming of cutting more trees. Next. Okay, I love this. I love this topic. Share weaknesses or mistakes with a smile. My 2 partners found out that every time that we have a meeting, and the topic is so stressful, I walk away. Oh, that's my upline. We don't want to absorb negative. And when I get back, I get a smile. So let's start again. Ganon mag-handle ng stress. Kaya ako wala akong stress. Kaya bumabata ako. That will delay your aging. You know, stress is the #1 killer nowadays. Yeah, I don't know why. You don't have money, stressful. You don't have money to pay the bills, another stressful. Now another thing. No, wala tayong oras. Malapit ko na sabihin pero wag na. Kulang oras ko. Increase your general knowledge of trivial pursuits. So I hope you know the numbers, like we already have 5 million members. We are now in 200 countries. Like, you know, those are trivial questions. Francis Miguel, how old is he? He's only 26. You know, that's a trivial question. Okay? Snapshot. You got that one now? Keep a collection of diverse greetings, cards, and postcards. Well, you know this one. This one we have keeping. These are the detailed how I go about creating a large organization. These are the small details. Like memorizing their birthdays, you know, even their wedding anniversary, they have one, like, you know, ito yung mga leaders ko, nakilala ko personally, na kahit birthday ng mga anak nila, alam ko. Ganun ako mag-keep. Kayo ngayon, most of you are doing it online, but you know, the advantage of FB is they remind you the birthdays, right? Automatically. So, well, you greet them back. Happy birthday. And they will answer same to you. You see, you get a reply, a nice reply, right? Use their news opportunities. Snapshot. Make contacts for contact's sake. Every time that you come up with someone who is trying to reject or maybe don't have time to listen to you, maybe you can ask 10 referrals. So 1 against 10. It's like saying, pare, may re-refer ka ba 10? So, i-replace mo na agad yung isa. Do you agree? Let's do it fast. Yes! Konti na lang. 200 topics na lang. Scrap time as catch-up time. When you try to go to the office, please don't, stay in the hallway and do some gossips around. Maybe, ito, importante ito sa mga Pinoy, napansin ko, pag nasa office, nandun lang sa hallway, kukwentuhan, pinag-uusapan yung binarin. Everybody say, become skillful in compliment sharing. This is very important also when meeting person to person. Like, yeah, I like your dress. I like your watch. You have an expensive watch. You must be very hardworking. You have a nice smile. You have a deep dimple. So maybe how many ballpen did you use before? Those are the compliment sharing. You smell good. That's the compliment sharing. Marami ba kayo nakuha? Papaspasan mo para hindi ka antukin. Ito na yung sinasabi ko kanina. Be an amateur psychologist but don't play at it. Don't be an investigator. Okay? Where do you live? How many in your house? How many people do you live in your house? What time do you eat? What car you should drive? Just, investigator. Honor cross-cultural codes. This is why Dockhead, every time that we go to other countries, they always brief us, me and John, this is their culture, this is their culture. When you step down, this is their culture, this is their culture. So, right now, we love Africa and even the African foods. Even, I remember you tried I tried your swallow food, right? And I said, what is swallow? It's a white rice cake, and then you get a piece of it, put in your mouth, just swallow it. But you have to sausaw it with the oily sauce. And then it gets inside you, just, keep it down, and then it will help me stay up to 8 hours. Right? That is why I never get hungry when I'm in Algeria. That's swallow. And please don't serve that again, okay? Send that home. It's healthy in my tummy. And I don't burp. And there's no taste. Just a plain white rice, right? It's not a rice.
Yam.
No? What is that made of? Yam! Ube in Tagalog.
Yes.
Yeah, ube. Gabi. Yeah, it's a gabi. Can you imagine lumukin mo yung walang uyaan? Swallow it. Good for 8 hours. Okay? What else? I learned that Africans love to dance.
Yes.
Yeah, they love to dance. And that's how they start. Sample? And you have to tell them to stop. Because they cannot stop, that's like, and they even go down like this. I learned that, I like it. I like it. That's their nature, they dance everything. Kaya malalaki. They always make a kembot, Kembot means, like this. This is kembot in Tagalog. Okay? And when you go to Nigeria or any part of Africa, every distributor I met, of course they smile. Right? It's normal to them. And when they take picture, I can feel that they're rating me. Like, here also, here. Sometimes they pull my they're all excited. Huh? Sometimes they even pull your head. And then they can Snapchat. Nice. Okay, next. Recognize and respect get lost messages. Okay, Snapchat. Don't tell to your friends, you don't join me from now on, no more friends. Or don't, please. Huwag niyong gawin kay Digong na, hindi ka sasali, patayin kita. No? Just respect it, okay? Or maybe you can leave a message like, okay, I'm gonna follow you up after a year, or is it okay that they can update you from time to time, you know, because this business can help you and your family in the future. So you better update them. Don't tell them to get lost, okay? You can apply the Samuel, someone, but don't say the so what portion. The SW3, Samuel, someone, so what? But so what, keep it inside, ha? But don't say it na, so what? Wala nang ganon, ha? Wala nang ganon. Next, have fun. Well, this is the secret of Mr. John actually, and of course me and Rocket, no? The reason why we stayed with this industry because every day we smile, every day it's fun, really. Especially meeting other people. Do it with fun. And can you imagine, hindi ko ma-realize na nakatagal ako na ganito katagal. 23 years. I stayed. Why? Because I'm doing it in fun. It's not a job anymore. It's fun. And we do something, and you're doing it with fun, there's no pressure. Don't feel the pressure, don't feel the negative, because you just do it and let the day pass you. Nakakalimutan mo negative eh. So have fun together. I still remember when I was a networker, I always I exchange jokes with my downlines. And we laugh all night. And we begin to miss each other. That's why we meet again tomorrow. You know? Gusto niyo ba makasama yung mga malulungkot na kasama? Ang pangalan ng group, Sad Group. Samahan ng abandonadong distributor. Sad Group. Kung wala yung apply niyo dito, masalamat kayo. Kasi Sad Group siya. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the business of taking care of other people. Can you imagine if we take care of one and then that duplicates? So we are creating a life-changing opportunity now to other people's lives, right? And